Alrighty, we are playing a bunch of one turns, but this one will start off with Wingspan. And right now I'm doing my old strategy where I put everything in the egg row to try to get some food. That's key with that is that indigo bunting. Love that card to start with, even though it is kind of expensive. Reason why I chose the Eastern Screech Owl is because of the round end goal objective there. So this turn will be just to play the Screech Owl right there. One interesting thing to note, the reason why I picked this Fishery Manager goal card instead of I had a Birds with Color goal card is because it maxes out at 8 points, and I think I can get 4 birds that have fish a lot easier than I can find 4 birds with colors. However, and that would have only maxed, I think, 6 points. But Roseate would have been a color, Green Heron would have been a color, Indigo Bunting would have been a color. So I would have gotten those 6 points pretty easily, but I think you know I still am glad that I did the Fishery Manager because that'll max out at 8 points. And check it out, Green Heron needs fish, Roseate Snowbill needs fish, or Spoonbill needs fish. There'll be a lot of birds that are more powerful than fish, so not too worried there. Next game, Arc Nova. So, yeah, I've been playing some turn-based games of Terraforming Mars on the Terraforming Mars app, and I am not really enjoying it very much. I gotta say, I'm just a huge fan of it. Yeah, not a huge fan of the Terraforming Mars app. It crapped out halfway through and won't reload the game. It stops at 94%. And the game is going so well too. So no more doing turn based of that. But yeah, board game arena is just so smooth. Like, yeah, it's great. Better to do board game arena for sure. All right, what sponsor do I have? I have Archaeologist. I want to utilize Archaeologist right here, and um, yeah, just do some placement bonus stuff. I don't need 5. I wouldn't even be able to place a 5 because I chose the building to be not upgraded, fortunately. But let's build every chance we can, right? Yeah, we're not close to a break, so I'm not too worried. And I'm just gonna try to end the game here. Yeah, put that there. It's an edge one. That will get us either 5 money, we're doing good on money, or yep, so got another worker there. And then I'll also, yeah, I'll make everybody disc. So first, it doesn't really matter, whatever order I choose to do. I could get the uncovered placement bonus first, which is going to be that one. Just taking that. I mean, the other option is I could take the Asian elephant, which might be a good move. Okay, let's discard our final scoring cards. What do I have for final scoring? Small animal zoo and climbing parks. So get rid of the small animal zoo. Climbing parks is just generally better, I think. And at least for the game that I'm playing here, you see here 4 already. For the climbing park, if I get 7, I'll probably get 5. But the small animals, I don't even think I have 3 small animals yet. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah. So we're gonna discard the small animals, and then I guess the smart thing would have been to play the Asian elephant first, get another gold card, and then of 3 gold cards, choose to discard 1. So maximizing the points there. But But it's okay. I'm probably set to win that game already, so I'm not too worried about that. Um, all right, we are going to. This is 6 Nymphed. So the basic thing for this game is we've got to knock out one of these rows. See, there's a 10 here. Let's see if I can move this over a bit. Yeah, there's a little better. I'm gonna make it smaller. You can see stuff better. And I'll hide the bookmarks bar. I'm not sure how to do that, but it doesn't matter. Let's just take this row so I don't lose too many points. And then everybody else is going to fill in behind me. 23, what's higher than 23? 24, what's higher than 24? Oh, wait, higher than 43 was 87, so, and 89. So we've got this clear window right here where I guess I'm going to play this 6, and then I'm going to get burned on the 7. How much life do I have left? I've got 35 life left. Dang, still 60 life? Yikes. Yeah, so that's an interesting game right there. I think once somebody runs out of life, then you count up who has the most life, and that's the winner. But yeah, moving on to Hanabi. So yeah, this game, probably if you are one of the players of the game, don't look here, because then you can see my hand of cards or your own hand of cards. But we've got a 1's been played out for red and green. So we just need the yellow and white. So those are going to happen. I guess the yellow should be played first. Who played the 2? Somebody clued in on the 2. That's unfortunate. So we need to clue this guy in on their yellow and let him know that this 2 is now no longer playable. Which makes me think that I'm playing with people who don't play myself. So they clued somebody on a blue 2 and then somebody else on a blue 2. So now we have a wasted clue. Yeah, once we get that 1 out, then I can clue this guy on the white 2. But if I tell them they have 2 whites right now, they'll think they have the 1 potentially. I think the right answer is just to clue on 3s. Yeah, I'll clue on 3s so they know that. That's probably a dumb move actually on my part because now they have 2 things they need to do in order to get this 2 out there. But I didn't want them to play the blue there and mess it up. And this guy could clue this guy on yellow and then let Barfix know that they need to play the yellow first, and then they can play their 3 blue. And they're gonna think that other blue card is playable, but hopefully we clue them again on 2s and let them know that they have a dud 2 that's not playable. Now we are moving on to Love Letter. So this is a pretty fun, cute little card game, and we're playing 5-player Love Letter with the expansion of having 2 sets of different types of numbers. You could have the the Baroness or the Baron. Yeah, rather than just the Prince, you could also have a Count, things like that. Okay, so you must play a card and keep the other. That's how the game works. I'm not going to play the Baron because that's going to compare a 1 to whatever the opponent has. And if they have a 1 or a 0, I'm safe. Otherwise, I'd lose the game. So I'm going to play a guard, and I'm going to try to guess what card somebody has at the table. Has the princess been found yet? Because whoever has the princess at the end is likely going to win. Yeah, I don't see any princess here. So I'm guessing somebody's got a princess. I'm thinking, and then I love the shield over their name. It shows that they just barely played a 4, so they've been shielded. So the only person I can guess is Do, and I'm gonna guess that they actually have the princess. And yeah, maybe I'm right. Okay, cool. Got it right. They had the princess. So they're out of the round. It's just between Nikki and myself now. And hopefully the next card I draw is a high card and I can be okay because a 3 is just not high enough. The deck runs out. The deck's only got one card left. We're just going to compare hands. Would have had to compare hands anyways because there's Baron right there. And I would play the Baron instead of a high card towards the end of the game. All right. So now we're playing for sale. I've only got 2 more property cards left, 9 and 29. Let's see. Maybe a 2. I don't want to hit a 2. So I'd rather a 12, but not sure. I think we've seen a couple low cards. I don't want to end up with a low card. If I put this 9 out, I'm probably going to end up getting... Do I want to guarantee myself the 12? Yeah, I don't know what the right answer is. 9 or 29? Which one would you pick? I need to go relook at the strategy video out there for sale. Um, Nine's probably gonna get me the 2. Let's put the 29 out there. Hopefully that works. All right, and there's no going back in for sale. They don't let you go back. La Granja. Okay. I don't know much about La Granja, so we're just going to just do something. Okay, I guess I choose a 2 coin or make a delivery. I'll just choose 2 coins because I don't know how deliveries work. And yeah, I'll just pass, I guess. Okay, cool. That's how I learn games. I just play them on Board Game Arena and learn as I go. So there was only one option there to pick a delivery or 2 coins, and just pick the 2 coins. Can't go wrong with coins, right? Most games, coins are good. Right. Now Wingspan, a game that I know a little bit better. We started out with this one, and looks like my opponents have all taken their turns. So back to me. I kind of have a good thing going with the indigo bunting and the green heron because the green heron's power is they can trade out 1 food for another type of food. And the indigo bunting is only getting me really 1 type of food. The issue I run into, towards the end of the game, I'm going to need to put some eggs on the eastern screech owl. So what I'll do is I'm going to draw some cards, and if I have an excess of cards, I can go up here and get some food from the eastern screech owl. But first, I think it would make sense to do a draw turn, then an egg turn. As long as I have 1 egg, I can get a pretty good draw turn. Sacrifice that 1 victory point the egg gives me for an extra card. And early on in the game, you don't need victory points. You need cards. You need food. That's what I'm gonna do. And looking at the round end goals, that's what I'm gonna do next. I see grasslands, I see ground nests, and I see birds in the water. So these will be top deck grabs. So grabbing from the deck. Okay, that's all fine and good. And then the next one's probably going to be a deck grab too. We'll also note that I need 2 more fish cards. So we're going to kill off this egg, to draw from the deck and hope for a card that gives fish. Please be a card that gives fish. Nope. Or that uh, uses fish. There are some cards that give fish, and I think all of them use fish. Okay, so for Angus Hawk. Alright, bunch of rats. Not super useful. Probably discard one of those and turn it into something else. But that's my second turn in that game. Go back. Oh, I'm playing against a 400 level player. That'll be interesting. Yeah, Wingspan is one I would want to try to make expert in throughout this year of playing Board Game Arena. Right, so we are at the end of this. Looks like Nikki's playing right here, and alrighty. Looks like the assassin. What's the assassin do? If attacked by a guard, they are knocked out of the round, and you are not. Discard this card and draw a new card. Discard this card and draw a new card. Okay, guard versus a 3, and I had the highest card, so worked out. Now I'm sitting at 1 point, and because Duke XHC actually had guessed that I would win, and so they gain a point as well. Let me see how that kind of works there. Right, now the bishop. Name a number other than 1 and choose another player. If they have the number in their hand, gain an affection token. Yeah, we're not going to guess right off the bat there. I'll keep the bishop. Having a higher number is usually good. Going to try to knock out somebody who's winning. So anybody except for Sorry I'm Like This. Perhaps I'll try to knock out Nikki. Guess that they have a prince, because I don't want my cards to be discarded. So guessing for a prince, got the prince correct. Awesome. I mean, yeah, there's 4 princes in the game, and it's a high number, so I wanted to get rid of a high number, and that's kind of my mentality. I always go for that, and that just got lucky right there. The higher numbers, higher than 5, have there's 4 5s, but there's only 2 6s, 2 7s. I think only 1 8, the princess, and 1 9. And yeah, so I was not about to mess with a number higher than that. I wanted to get a good knockout, and it worked out. So, sorry, Nikki. All right, so gotta draft a card. A lot of these games from here on out are going to be It's a Wonderful World, because I like that game and I want to get better at it. But the problem is, I joined a tournament that uses these variable powers, which I'm not really a super huge fan of. But it keeps me on my toes. Now I'm looking at the opponents and seeing what their things are. This Federation of Asia needs yellow cards, and myself, I need the Noram states. I need these financiers. So I'm just gonna grab a bunch of yellow discards because my yellow is not up to snuff, and I don't want my opponent to have yellow cards. But they've already got like 12 yellow production. Get out of here. That's way too much. Okay. You can't see it on the screen, but I have 1 blue production. My opponent has no production, so that will help out getting a general for that. All right, we're out of those. Maybe gray discards? Well, I have plenty of gray. Black discard, maybe. Well, maybe have plenty of black. Green discard. Yep. I have plenty of green too. Do I want to build anything? And I do need financiers, so maybe I will try to build this one. It gets me a financier, the offshore oil rig. Yeah, that might be the right answer. And with my one blue, I'll be able to fill that in. All right, next up, Applejack. So, of these three tiles, got green, pink, got orange, red, and then we got red, green. I have a terrible rainbow of stuff to start out with. Not good. Um, and my opponent is working on a lot of green here. So maybe I pick one that's very cheap and take the hit. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. See, we're about to have a green, so let's do that. Take the green from my opponent. Put the green linked up right here. Oh, but it's a green and a red, so I'm going to have to combine both of those guys. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, green and red, fine there. But I really messed myself up. This 9 could have gone far. This is probably a very suboptimal. When does red come up again? Red comes up right here, so I'd be able to get 1 honey. Really missing out on a lot of goodness there, having the 9. Alright. And I don't want to ever be too low in money, so if I do this, I'll have 6 money left. Should be fine. So I'll put this right here. Do something like this where I lose 5 money, but get a pink and a green. So green and pink, that'll come up later. And I could actually hook a orange and pink right there with this one. Orange and pink. And I'll have first dibs because I'm the circle player. So yes, that is what I want to do. I'm sticking to it. And even though I lose 5 money there, I will be able to afford this one right there. And that sets up. So yeah, be able to look ahead and be okay with giving your opponent the color that they're working on. Okay, moving on. And I said green, but there's dark green and light green in that game. So really, yeah, they need to come up with a right vernacular to use for that game. Like, should I be calling it dark green or light green, or should I? It's just 2 syllables, 2 words, and that's too long. It's a Wonderful World. We're back again, and with that same game. So it looks like we got a live one. This is turn number 2, and we're about to end this game. So yeah, let's do it. Gotta be careful. Take a lot of yellow discard, so that I can get finish up these yellow cards here. So last one. I have 12 gray. Will it be enough to do everything that I want to do? Yeah, if I get that blue early on, I can get 2 production out of it. So it would behoove me to take a blue card right there and discard it. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sticking to it. So we'll see what the other player does. Maybe give them a little bit of time to think about it, but yeah, I imagine with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially, 7 potentially, 8, 9 potentially, 9 yellow. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Missing a lot on World Congress. Ah, Is it even worth it to build the World Congress? Because I have to lose 2 financiers, and financiers are worth 2 points per financier for me. Is it even worth it to build this guy? Lose some stuff from the 2 financiers there. Huh. But that's going to get me 3 points per green, and I'll have 2 greens by the end of the game. So yes, it is worth it. Lose 4 points, gain 6 points. Sure, it's fine. Teleportation. That's going to be hard to build if I did try to build that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not in the stars for me. Yeah, I think we've given them enough time to think about what they want to do. Move on to the next one. It's a Wonderful World game. There'll be a lot of them. Right. So we've got to draft a card here. We're on round 4, so this is the end of this one. Let's see, I'm going for yellow cards, just maxing out my yellow cards, and my opponent. So this is the opposite of the last game. My opponent is the Norm States, and I'm the Asian one. Okay. Playing with powers, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yellow, yeah. I guess I could have just looked right there. I generally want more yellow cards. I want a blue so that offshore oil rig won't be too much of a problem. I think the right answer is to take the satellites because I don't know if there's going to be a blue in the other one, and I wanted to get it before black would produce. Let's go with, let's think here. I need some more yellow to get that shopping center, or green to get that shopping center down. Let's take this green, and we'll see what my opponent does. But yeah, moving on. Probably going to be another It's a Wonderful World. I'm playing this round robin tournament, so I've got 8 different games of It's a Wonderful World going on. Yeah. Feel free to skip through this. You don't have to watch It's a Wonderful World if you don't enjoy It's a Wonderful World. This is round 4 as well. Totally different game. Yep. So here's how the tournament for It's a Wonderful World is actually going. I've won 1, I've lost 1. One guy's played 6 games and won 6 games, so good on them. So I think the right answer is I want a blue, discard. I think I have it right there. And that'll give me a bunch of yellow. That'll be enough yellow to get the harbor zone and the special space laboratory. I need a green. Let's just discard, or take this one for a green discard. I can build more green cards. I get 2 points per green cards with my Pan-African Union. Forever. The Union is big on science stuff. So I just grabbed green cards for their discard potential. That's why I chose those. Yeah, lots of It's a Wonderful World games. Alright, allocate resources. I guess this is in round 4 with player. Okay. I have no green, so confirm that. That's all I'm gonna do. Great. The rest on the harbor zone. Farm that turn. And nobody's producing blue. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything there. And now I have a bunch of gray for the next round. So what would be good cards that need gray? But what I'm trying to do is get a lot of financiers. That sounds like one. Also, Underground City sounds like a good one too. What's my opponent working on? Looks like they're going a green strategy. Maybe I take away a green card from them. You need some green discard. And they don't have much as far as yellow anyways, so would they even care to build this green card? And I risk losing Underground City if I do this, but sure, take the gravity inverter. Yeah, this super sonar has some potential to get a lot of blue. I would need some black cards from it. Let's just take the Underground City. Yeah. Don't even need really that much blue to do what I was trying to do. Let's see. Drafting a card. From these, I will pick. Let's see, I probably want to grab something that helps out. We're just starting out this one, so build up my production. I want to get the nuclear plant finished first thing, and then from there I can use the blacks to do other things. Mega drill, maybe. Yeah, because that'll be a gray resource. I can use both mega drills to discard and build the nuclear plant. Maybe just to grab a card for the blue discard. Could work underwater cities. Whatever card I grab, the rest of them are getting discarded, so I don't really have to worry about taking away from the opponent here. Yeah, we'll take the underwater city. We'll see what we can do there because that's a lot of different production, and I don't think so. My opponent is working the green production, so I won't be able to beat them there. But it'll be nice to have one green production after round 2. Maybe I'll finish underwater city. Okay, so now we're back to the Wingspan. Probably that same game, I'd imagine. So we got a new one. Nope, same game. Same game. So the game where I chose the fishery manager instead of the color end goal. And like I said I would do, I'm going to lay the eggs. So boom, let's do it. Put it on the Screech Owl. Both eggs on the Screech Owl. It doesn't really matter. But I'll only need really one on the Screech Owl. Put the other on the Indigo Bunting just because the second end round goal. Don't really want to I can't really discard any food to get any more eggs. I don't have that option, so I like that they let you know that you could have had that option. And unfortunately, nobody took any food out of there, so the Indigo Bunting doesn't gain a thing. Terrible. I did that so that I would at least get something out of the round 1. But honestly, I didn't even look to see. My opponent's going to have 2 birds that do that. and then this opponent's going to have one bird. So really, that likely just took 1 point away from the player who's not even likely going to win. Just based on ELO, and left Zioblik from Belarus going to win. Okie doke. Or win that round end goal. And probably win the game. Back to It's a Wonderful World. Yep, there's a lot of these. Got playing against somebody from China. And what do I want to pick? So, Harbor Zone. Yeah, based on what I have, yellow cards. Probably want to get some yellow discards going. See what my opponent wants to work on. Green, maybe? So either yellow discard. I'll take this one. Yep, just another yellow discard. Gotta get that Harbor Zone built. Okay, that'll be the goal, to try to use all my yellow discards to get the Harbor Zone done early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Get the Harbor Zone done, and then the one gray could go on the industrial complex. No, actually, I'll make the recycling plant finished by the end of this round. Won't happen prior to round 1, but at the end of round 1, recycling plant will be done. That's my plan for that one. There's no way it's my turn again in the same wingspan. That would be too fast of a game. Okay, new wingspan. Okay, called it. New wingspan game. I have a note to myself to look at the egg goals. Oh, yep, already did that. There's a lot of egg goals out there. So right now I'm thinking good move here would be to play some birds. How close am I for birds with geography in their name? I have 2. Need to get to 4 for that 7-point fitness. None of those. I may want to end up drawing some bird cards, which would include discarding eggs to get more birds. Yeah, I think that's the right answer. So, to draw from the deck twice. So 1 draw, hope, then get rid of an egg for another draw from the deck. See it here. That one could go in the water, and may end up playing that one so that I don't have to discard eggs anymore to get that 2 bird draw goodness. Alright, we're moving on to last couple games. Just 2 more in the pot. Be done with this video of 1 turns. Hope you've enjoyed it though, seeing the different turns. I have a note to myself, grab the blue-winged warbler. Oh, I have this is why it's my turn. I need to just lay an egg right here. And check it around in goals, eggs in forest, can't really change that. Let's just put it on loggerhead strike, or strike. That's a bird I don't usually play, but figured with the 4-player game, good to take all the pink powers. Less players, I probably wouldn't have gotten the loggerhead strike. Interestingly, also I grabbed a loggerhead strike because I had birds that eat rodents as my end game goal to start with, but birds that eat rodents like that my opponents might have, they're going to let me have, because potentially they might let me have because they don't want to grab rodents to feed the loggerhead strike. That was my idea in playing the loggerhead strike. Also, I wanted the 1 rodent card. I'll have another with the great horned owl. That'll be 2. And that one doesn't really max out at anything. It just every single bird that you eat uses rodents gives you 2 points. So that's a really good goal card. Another really good one is the Food Web Expert. This has a caveat. It's not that they eat the invertebrates. It's that they only eat invertebrates, and I only have one so far that does that. And hopefully I can get that blue-winged warbler, which would be a 10-point card. I don't care if it doesn't have a special ability. 10 points, you cannot ignore that. That's just insane. All right. It's a Wonderful World. Here we go. Nearing the end of these 1-turns. What move should I do here? Let's see, it's a end of round 4, so getting to the end here. Just doing some analysis of everything. Looking at what I have. Doesn't really matter what my opponents have too much. Alright, so what did we say we wanted to do? We wanted to put that oil rig out there. We wanted to use this, cycle it. We can get some goodness there. For each of the yellow, we're going to end up getting 1, 2. Put this out there for 3, 4 yellow. 5 yellow, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I going to be able to do 10? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I'll have 12 gray production. Will I have 1, 2, 3, 4 black production? Yep. Yep, I'll have 4. I'll even actually have 5. So that makes sense to do what I'm doing there. Next up, I'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Yeah, is that right? Wait, actually, I'll have 12? Let's see. So currently I have 5 yellow, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 10 yellow production I'll end up having. So that will be enough to get this guy will be nice. And this guy will be nice. I don't know if I can build this guy. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2 more. Am I likely to get 2 Crystallium by the end of the game? Probably not. And that would be a 3, 6, 9, 9-point card. Subtract the 4, 5-point card versus here would be a 2-point card. Guess it makes more sense to pick the 1. So 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not going to really matter too much. I'll just put them both in the build queue. Probably one of them will turn into a discard. Yep. That's going to be how that goes. So let's fill all these babies up. Oh, and 2 go to the Empire. For that, the 2 extra Crystallium I'm going to need somehow to be able to finish the World Center. Just don't see it happening. But I wanted the Financiers for all these gray cards, so it makes sense not to discard those for the yellow that I would need for the World Congress, I think. Yeah. All right, we're playing. Probably gonna finish this off with Seven Wonders Duel, which my favorite game so far here on Board Game Arena. Mentioned earlier in the video that playing Terraforming Mars a lot, but as far as a digital implementation of the game, of any game, it's gonna be this one. And here we are at the Pantheoner, so we're gonna end on this Pantheoner tournament that I've been posting about on the YouTube channel. So here's how the Pantheoner has gone so far. I should probably do a recap video later, but IAWW surprised everybody. I thought they would lose against Tommy Gay. Tommy Gay played really well. IAWW won there. IAWW beat Leon. I thought Leon would take the whole tournament. IAWW beat Sorry I'm Like This in a huge upset with a military victory where all the cards just laid out perfectly. And now IAWW is going to beat me here because they just keep getting lucky. Um, Maybe they're not getting lucky. Maybe they're just really smart. I don't know. Well, they have allowed me to take another yellow card. Yeah, I like this yellow card actually. We're gonna build it, even though it's redundant for me to have both yellow cards. I'm gonna discard for the rest of the game, unless it's a green card. So, yeah, every discard is going to give me 4 coins instead of 3 coins. So that will pay itself off in 4 discards. And I'm probably going to, let's see, I've got this little mechanic where I can show you how I should decide what I want to pick for each turn. So we'll pull that up. For some reason it didn't take there. Do it again. Okay. Computer's being slow. Okay. Here we go. So now we can draw on it. Okay, this line will be my opponent. This line will be me taking. This line will be me discarding. And this line will be me building a wonder. Right. So my opponent is going to likely. I'm surprised they haven't pushed to military yet. I think they're worried about giving me the first turn in the next stage, which may end up happening anyways. So I think the smart move for them would be to just take this. But let's say they don't. Doesn't matter. They take this or they take this. I'm going to discard this. There's that X. Okay, a discard. Okay. And then my opponent is not going to want to give me 6 coins. My opponent's not going to want to give me 2 wood because for science you need wood, and they want to take 2 wood so that my future science cards will cost too much. I've got 4 science symbols so far. I need 4 plus 2, that equals 6. That will be game over. But I need those 6 at the end of the game. I've already used up law for one of those 6, so I can't rely on law. There are none in the discard pile, but I need to be aware that my opponent could discard some. I see theology out there. My opponent has no shot at getting any progress tokens. So I think I'm going to end up with theology. Let's continue. So IAWW, me. IAWW's not want me to get this one or this one, like I said. So IAWW is going to use this one, take some random card from the discard pile to construct not a military because they for some reason don't want to do that. They're going to end up constructing this baby right here. So that will be that. Yeah, so say straight line across that. That's what my opponent does. Okay. And then for me, I am going to end up discarding this one, okay, and leaving these two face up. And then my opponent is going to take the 6 coins. I'm going to discard this one. You see there's 3 X's already, so that has almost paid off the card that I've just played. One more coin and that will fully pay it off. I mean, the potential actually would have been to get 3 coins from discarding it, so I really still haven't paid it off. So maybe I should have just discarded that one for the 3 coins. But I mean, it's nice knowing that I won't have to pay 3 coins for a gray. I'll just have to pay 1 coin for a gray, more than the first gray. But that's how that's going to go down. Now, what's happening here with these 3 cards? I've discarded this one. It's now my opponent's turn. And what my opponent is likely going to do is they're going to use their extra turn so that they can stop me from taking theology. Now I only have 1 extra turn. If they don't, though, say they don't, or let's say they do. Yeah, they use that extra turn. I draw a straight line through both, and then I take this one, discard it, and then I get an extra turn in the next stage. Okay. So that's very good. So I get the starting turn. Okay. So there's the one way where I would start. Okay. So we got 2 options, like me start, or let's erase this and let's do this. Instead of them using the extra turn, they just take this. They like it, whatever. And then I take this, which is going to be free for me thanks to the linking symbol build there. And then they discard this or they take this. They have enough coins, they probably want to take it so that my green costs more. So, but regardless, flying through that, they take that. And now they start, but I'm going to grab law just for the fun of it and theology. Is I got 2 of the same symbols. I get another progress token. I get theology. So there are 2 options here. It's either going to be me starting or me theology. Okay, so there you have it. There are just 2 different options for me going into the next age. Yeah, if it was a me start, I have 1 extra turn, and then my opponent has 0 extra turns. That's a 1-to-0 ratio. Okay. And then here I'll show you guys the ratio over here for the me theology. I have 1, 2, possibly 3, so I'll say 2.5 extra turns to my opponent's 1 extra turn. Either way, a game that's going to close potentially in science, you need extra turns. So I'd honestly rather it be a me start and have 1 versus 0 extra turns. But having the 2.5 extra turns, I say the half because, you know, I may end up not being able to build pyramids because my opponent just doesn't let me. Yeah, that's going to be pretty useful. That's 1.5 more extra turns than the opponent versus 1 extra turn more. But the issue is you have full control if your opponent has 0 extra turns. So I would rather my opponent use their extra turn and then I would start the next game rather than me getting theology and not starting because there's an asterisk there. They get to start the next age even though I have theology. And they have 1 extra turn. So maybe we say that they're at like a 1.5, or we just give the one with the star asterisk that since they're starting, they're going to be able to have more control. So yeah, that's how I imagine it going down, one of these two ways, and them needing to construct something right here. There's a chance they do end up building a gray card, and maybe this discard right here, I end up just maybe I end up building it so that they are tempted to use Circus Maximus. Nah, it'd be better to get the coins anyways. If I have like 10 coins by then, maybe I'll do it. Just to bait them with the gray. Because that would be great if they were winning one in military. But this is already gone. And then we'll be really set. Because we'll be starting, get rid of this asterisk, and then we start the next age, give us the asterisk. Yeah. And we'll get to choose how everything works. I think just because of how fun that bait would be, I am just gonna build that one. That'd be fun. It'd be a fun little bait of the Circus Maximus. But we'll see. We'll see how this ends up playing out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.